Gray whale deaths soar in San Francisco Bay Area, highest in 25 years. A grim milestone. Gray whale deaths in the San Francisco Bay Area have reached a shocking 25-year high, sounding urgent alarms for marine conservation. Scientists from the Marine Mammal Center have now recorded 21 gray whale fatalities this year alone, the highest toll since 2000. This alarming trend coincides with the species' broader population struggles, painting a worrying picture for these ocean giants. The most recent casualty, found on July 7th near the Richmond San Rafael Bridge, is suspected to have died from a vessel collision. But here's the deeper concern. This isn't just about isolated incidents. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, reports that the eastern North Pacific gray whale population has plummeted to roughly 13,000 individuals, the lowest number seen since the 1970s. That's a staggering decline that should concern everyone who values marine biodiversity. The Richmond whale, identified as a young adult female in otherwise healthy condition, was discovered beneath the Long Wharf in Richmond. Its relatively robust state makes the suspected boat strike even more tragic, highlighting how human activities directly threaten even thriving individuals. To pinpoint the exact cause, the whale was transported to Angel Island State Park on July 10th for a detailed necropsy, a critical process that helps scientists understand and hopefully prevent future deaths. This raises urgent questions. Can vessel traffic rules be strengthened? Are we doing enough to protect migration routes? And controversially, does the relentless pace of coastal development and shipping put economic interests above species survival? What conservation steps do you believe are non-negotiable? Share your thoughts below. Do you think authorities should mandate slower ship speeds or create expanded protected zones, even if it impacts commerce? Mysterious whale deaths in San Francisco Bay Area. What's behind the sudden rise? The haunting mystery of whale deaths has returned to haunt San Francisco's shores, creating a tragic puzzle for marine scientists. But here's what makes this especially alarming. We're seeing more dead whales now than during the catastrophic 2019 die-off event, even as the population tries to recover from that massive blow. Researchers are racing against time to understand why 24 whales, including 21 grays, 2 unidentified baleen whales, and 1 mink, have perished near San Francisco in 2025 alone. That's significantly higher than the 14 deaths recorded in 2019 or 15 in 2021. Adding to the confusion, scientists logged over 30 gray whale sightings this year, a 5-fold increase from the mere 6 sightings in 2024. Kathy George, a leading cetacean expert at the Marine Mammal Center, captured the shock in a recent ABC News interview. This latest gray whale caught everyone by surprise. We hadn't seen the species in the bay for nearly 2 weeks, and it's unusually late in the season. She then dropped this critical insight: climate change is transforming ocean conditions and disrupting the Arctic food web, cutting off the prey these giants rely on. This connection between planetary warming and whale survival is where things get truly controversial. Now, let's break down what we know. 8 gray whales clearly died from ship collisions, but the causes for the other 16 deaths remain shrouded in mystery. And this is the puzzle piece most overlooked. Why are so many whales congregating here in the first place? The context makes this doubly urgent. North Pacific gray whales are still reeling from a devastating, unusual mortality event between 2019 to 2023 that wiped out 45% of their population, plunging numbers from 20,500 to just 14,500. A 2023 study revealed how melting Arctic ice prolonged that crisis by sabotaging the algae to plankton food chain that sustains these filter-feeding migrants. Here's a sobering reality check. Gray whales, once hunted to near extinction for their blubber in the 1800s, now survive only in 2 fragile Pacific populations, with the Northwest group officially endangered. These social giants undertake one of nature's great journeys, migrating thousands of miles annually from Alaskan feeding grounds to Mexican breeding lagoons. But here's the uncomfortable question we must confront. Are we underestimating how commercial shipping and climate disruptions are pushing this species toward collapse? I'm opening the floor. Do you believe these tragic deaths are an unavoidable consequence of human activity, or could natural cycles play a larger role than we admit? Share your perspectives below. Why are whales dying in San Francisco Bay? A deep dive. In 2025, the Bay Area has become an unexpected hotspot for whale enthusiasts, with an unprecedented number of gray whales sighted near the iconic Golden Gate Bridge. This year alone, over 30 individuals have been recorded, a stark contrast to the mere 6 spotted in 2024, according to data from the Marine Mammal Center. However, this surge in whale activity comes with a tragic side effect, an alarming rise in boat collisions, many of which have been fatal. So far this year, nearly 25 dead whales have been found around the San Francisco Bay, more than double the number from the entire previous year and the highest since records began in 2019. Most of these carcasses were discovered within the bay itself, with others washing ashore from Pescadero to Bolinas. The question on everyone's mind is, why are there so many whales in the bay? Mo Flannery, a marine mammal necropsy expert at the California Academy of Sciences, shares the collective curiosity. Interestingly, this increase occurs despite a significant decline in the overall population of northern Pacific gray whales. Between 2019 and 2023, their numbers dropped by approximately 40%, an event classified as an unusual mortality event, and they are now at their lowest levels since the 1970s. Climate change is believed to be a major factor, leading to a decrease in the whales' primary food source, shrimp-like crustaceans, in their Arctic feeding grounds. This scarcity might be driving the whales further south in search of food, bringing them into the bay. Michael Pearson, a field operations specialist with the Oceanic Society who leads whale tours to the Farallon Islands, explains that gray whales feed only during the summer months. Those that failed to consume enough food last summer may now be running out of gas on their journey back to the Arctic from their breeding grounds in Mexico, prompting them to stop in the bay to forage. Flannery notes that this behavior, if confirmed, would be new. However, the presence of whales in the bay poses a significant risk due to the heavy maritime traffic, including shipping vessels and ferries. Ship strikes are responsible for nearly half of the recorded whale deaths this year, with the cause of death for the rest remaining undetermined. Pearson uses a vivid analogy to describe the danger. When these whales come in here to feed, it's like they're trying to have dinner in the middle of a freeway. In response to this crisis, experts are set to meet in Sausalito to discuss potential research gaps, strengthen scientific collaboration, and enhance current whale safety efforts. Although representatives from the San Francisco Bay ferry and shipping industry will not be attending, the meetings may lead to recommendations for adjusting ship routes to better protect the whales. Flannery reports some positive developments this year, such as improved communication between vessels and the temporary rerouting of ferry traffic during certain weekends to avoid areas with high whale activity. However, she emphasizes that the responsibility ultimately lies with the ship captains, and not all choose to slow down or change course to avoid collisions. Nobody wants to hit a whale, Flannery says, but now that things are changing, we all have to make sure we also adapt and change our behaviors. As the community grapples with this complex issue, the hope is that through collaboration and increased awareness, the tragic loss of these majestic creatures can be mitigated.